RWBY, 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 RWBY.
Still weird without Ben.
Yeah, it is. I know.
He's still sick.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, this season, changing of the seasons is rough on a lot of people, but for Ben, he's a sickly boy. He needs his vitamins. I'm just joking. Ben just has rough patches where he goes through in terms of sickness and everything.
He got lost in the Upside Down. They Will Byers'd him.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, I keep having these little weird like electrical interferences in here. I'm not sure if that's him or if that's like the shitty wiring of this establishment. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, it's been a whole thing, guys. Especially when it comes to this series, we have had to deal with some shit. I mean, literally a boatload of shit. I actually, when getting the most recent RWBY reaction posted, I didn't sleep. You heard right, I did not sleep. Every time I had the RWBY video finished editing, I posted it on YouTube. It got blocked. I took it down. I tried a different edit, cut out a few scenes here and there. Maybe that'll get around it. Nope. And then I was like, okay, maybe if I cut this out. Nope. Well, okay, how about I just put a black box over top of the entire thing? Nope. Eventually it got to the point of where I had to put a black box over top of the entire video. Yes, that's right. And I also had to cut out the music from the Queen Lancer fight scene. The video still got blocked, even when it was just the audio. YouTube, okay. 100% of the blame of this cannot just be put on YouTube. Rooster Teeth is the one that opted to do the content ID system and thus knew that reaction channels like Murder of Birds and ourselves and Amber Portelli out there would run into this. And hell, even Blind Wave is running into this now too. Where all their videos are getting flat. Look, here's the thing. I don't care if our videos get claimed, okay? We didn't mind that because, honestly, if that's what Rooster Teeth wanted, they got it. But to the point of where the videos keep getting blocked over and over and over again is just ridiculous. Look, I wish that Rooster Teeth would have kept it in the viral sense, not doing the content ID system, because that's one reason why Red vs. Blue was so damn popular, is because anyone could share it anywhere, and no matter what, the viral exposure always got back to Rooster Teeth. Mm-hmm. Now, Rooster Teeth, I think, feels that because RWBY is their IP, they have to protect it in some way. But honestly, Minecraft, this is, it's the same argument, why is Minecraft the biggest game in the world? Is because everybody pretty much has access to it as long as they pay the toll to watch it. In which, paying the toll to watch it, I mean, and you could say, that it's free to watch it. And I'm like, not really. I mean, when you consider you got to get an internet connection, you have to get a device that's capable of watching it, which can cost anywhere from, I got an iPhone, which that's not really fair, but like a cheapo Android phone or a busted laptop computer. I mean, it still costs money to watch these things, and also there's also the ads and everything that play on it. But hey, this is an argument for another time, so I'm just going to opt to just cut it off right there and instead transition into a bit of an announcement that we've got to try and alleviate some of the bullcrap that's going on. We have started up a VidMe account, and currently we're unable to post any of our RWBY reaction videos because all of our RWBY reaction videos are over 30 minutes long, and if you're a regular account on VidMe, you cannot post videos over 30 minutes long. So what we need is we need to get the VidMe account verified. In order to get the VidMe account verified, we have to have at least 50 subscribers. We have to have one video posted, and we have to follow the community guidelines, which we're not in any breach of those or anything like that. So, yeah, we're wanting to do that, and we are wanting to make sure that RWBY and we want to make sure that our RWBY reactions can be viewed in full. I'd like for that to be a thing where they can be viewed in full, to where you all don't have to painstakingly go through the edits that we have to put in there and everything. But you see, I thought Google Drive would be a good solution to everything, but even our reactions aren't safe on Google Drive because our RWBY Volume 2 or Volume 5 Chapter 2 reaction has been deleted. It's just gone, and there's nothing we can do about that. And it's not the first time that's happened. Several of our other videos have been taken down by Google Drive, and it's just like, why? What? We didn't have any notice of this or anything. But yeah, it's a whole thing that's going on, and we want to fix this, guys. We want this to be fixed, and we feel the only way it can be done is if we reach out to a different format and a different platform for us to post these reactions. We want to post them here on YouTube, but if we're not able to, VidMe is our best option. So if you want to help us get verified on VidMe, there's a link right down here. It's the first thing you'll see right down in the description. Feel free to click that. Help us out in any way. It'll help us out greatly if you subscribe. And hopefully you'll be able to enjoy the RWBY reactions soon in all of their full-length glory. But for now, I feel like enjoying myself and watching a series that I love. Shall we get started with RWBY Volume 5, Chapter 3?
Absolutely.
All right. See what we got here. All right. I forgot the mouse over there, so I'll have to go get it here in a minute. But I'll do that after we do this reaction. So here we go. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Oh.
Are you ready?
Yes. It won't be easy for the people to hear, but the truth often isn't. I know they'll do the right thing.
You hope they'll do the right thing, Bagheera. You know why? Because people are stupid sometimes. Hey, he's trying. I mean...
Well, I mean, like the last episode, they kind of... It's like when they both found themselves in agreement and were like, ugh, we're starting to like each other too much.
I don't like this. Do you like this? No. Well, here he goes. I think there'll be an attempt on his life. Public speakers at podiums doesn't often end well.
Thank you all for assembling here. I wanted to take time to address some of the rumors that have been circulating around our island. I believe that it is important for the people of this territory to understand the truth. No matter how you feel about the human race, I think we can all agree that the event now known as the Fall of Beacon was a tragedy. A tragedy that will set both man and Faunus kind back. While the main aggressor is still unknown, we do have official confirmation that Adam Taurus, the leader of a powerful splinter group working inside the White Fang, was partially responsible for these attacks. His actions not only tarnish the reputation of an organization originally created to bring peace and equality to all, but to our entire race. With each day that this man remains unpunished, it becomes increasingly difficult to condemn those that look down upon us. Recently, a spy from this same splinter group set their sights on this very home. My own daughter, Blake, and her friend did their very best to apprehend this individual. While they were unsuccessful after being physically assaulted and seriously injured, they were successful in obtaining the assailant's scroll. With this, we have been able to ascertain that Adam Taurus has plans to overthrow the current leader of the White Fang, Sienna Khan, and take over the reins himself. His His radical plans do not stop there. The documents on this scroll proclaim his next target to be Haven Academy and its attached CCT tower. Their plan is to strike on the last full moon before the beginning of the fall semester, roughly 2 months from today. I have sent my swiftest messenger to the government of Mistral, but I believe we have a greater responsibility. My relationship with the White Fang has been an interesting one. Years ago, I led the organization to help try and create a world where I and every Faunus who wished could walk alongside the human race. And while I believe we made great strides toward this goal, it was made clear to me that the people both in and out of the White Fang wanted faster results. So I stepped down, and Sienna Khan was appointed as my successor. It's true that I do not fully condone many of her methods. What I do condone is what Sienna fights for. The idea that the Faunus and humans are, and should be, equal. Adam Taurus does not seem to have that goal in mind. What he has done benefits no one but himself. I think it's time that the Faunus showed the world that we are equals. Time that we snuff out this splinter group and restore the White Fang to what it once was. To do this, I think the answer is clear. We must go to Haven and protect it at all costs.
Maybe asking a little too much there,
Before we
Bagheera.
proceed any further, I'd like to invite my daughter to come and share her story. Not only as a former member of the White Fang, but also as a survivor of the fall of Beacon. You can do this.
Traitors!
Seriously?
Ilya.
Cowards.
Ilya.
After everything the humans have done to us, everything they've put us through, you're asking us to help them?
I know we haven't been treated fairly.
Where was their help when the dust companies treated our people like slaves? Where was their help when kingdoms hunted Faunus just for being who they are? Where was my help when my parents were killed in a dust mine? Where?
Young lady, progress takes patience and cooperation.
The Belladonnas are the worst kind of Faunus. They want us to work with the same people that are trying to hold us down. If you truly, truly want to help your people, now is the time to support Adam, not the Belladonnas. He will bring about the future that you deserve. And if you are unwilling to fight, know that the White Fang will do it for you!
Shut up! After her!
Exactly what they wanted. An interruption.
Did he age backwards?
He's possessed! Or reincarnated.
Oh, isn't it weird?
It is very weird, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, coffee.
Take a second and remember that this is very overwhelming for everyone.
Especially you. Yeah, give him space. There you go.
Sorry. It's just, I've never really met huntsmen and huntresses before.
Well, we've never met a person with two souls, so first times all around.
Not to break up the whole getting to know you game, but we need to have a talk. Mind showing us your little parlor trick, kid?
Yeah, okay. Just so you know, I'll still be here.
He's gonna let Oz.
It is so very good to see you again, student.
just happened?
Professor Ozpin? Correct. And though I may be the one speaking, Oscar is still present mentally. He's merely handed over the controls, so to speak. Just don't make us do anything embarrassing. I'm afraid this all must be very perplexing.
And alarming, and bizarre, and just really kind of hard to believe overall.
It's good to see you children still have your sense of humor. I know you've all been through tremendous hardship already. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's not your fault.
It's all my fault. I told you once that I made more mistakes than any man, woman, and child on this planet. And I wasn't exaggerating. I'm cursed. For thousands of years, I have walked the surface of Remnant, living, dying, and reincarnating in the body of a like-minded soul. The Professor Ozpin you all met was not my first form, and clearly wasn't my last. It's an extraordinarily strenuous process on everyone involved.
So what are you?
I am the combination of countless men who have spent their lives trying to protect the people of Remnant. With every rebirth, my soul is eventually merged with another, and I am changed, but my memories stay with me.
It's the Avatar.
This was bestowed upon me by the gods, because I failed to stop Salem in the past. But we must stop her now.
And how do we do that?
We start by ensuring the safety of the Relic of Knowledge.
Well. Look who's awake.
What's going on? Where am I?
You know, I never thought I'd see a Schnee in this camp.
Vernal?
What do you want?
Straight to the point. I like it. We don't normally deal in trafficking people. Not really worth our time. But once we realized we had a Schnee, that changed.
You're going to ransom me back to my father. Is that it?
It's a shame you're a Schnee. You'd probably do quite well around here.
I would never sink to your level.
Just keep quiet and cooperate, and you'll be back in your mansion before you know it. Don't make this complicated.
You seem to think you know what she wants.
Is when my sister finds out that I didn't make it to Mistral. You know my sister, don't you? Winter Schnee, special operative of the Atlas military. She's in Mistral now, and when she hears I'm missing, it won't take her long to find me. And you. What's so funny?
Oh, I don't know if it's more funny or sad, but you're clearly out of the loop. Your sister isn't in Mistral anymore. No Atlas personnel are in Mistral anymore. General Ironwood closed the borders and recalled all of his little troops and tin cans. No one is coming to rescue you.
Well, there's someone on the way there that
This is perfect! We
probably
were
might
stuck
help
in a
her.
dead end, but now we can just take little cute boy Osmond to Lionheart and have him set things straight.
Please don't call me that.
Yeah, we're not sure that's the best idea.
But
Well, Nora,
I thought the
I
headmaster's
admire your
all took his
enthusiasm.
orders from you. That was the intention. For lieutenants I can trust, especially during times of reincarnation. But Crow told me about your meeting with Leonardo. He isn't just behaving irrationally. He's disobeying specific instructions I had left him. Something's wrong. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I don't want to rule out any possibilities either. No one outside of this room knows that I have paired with Oscar, and I think it may be best to keep it that way.
Play things close to the chest until we got a better hand.
Precisely. Now, we have 2 steps ahead of us. The first is enlisting the aid of more huntsmen.
But the Mistral Council
Doesn't own every huntsman in the kingdom, and I've been here enough times to know where we can find some more.
So long as they're trustworthy.
You can trust them to put up a good fight. I'll throw together a list tonight.
Good luck with that.
After that, we can move on to step 2.
What's step 2?
Getting you 4 into fighting shape.
But we already know how to fight.
You can only fight so long as you have Crescent Rose, but you're still lacking in hand-to-hand combat.
Well, yeah.
Mr. Ark, I'm glad to hear you've improved, but sorry to say you've yet to unlock your semblance. All of you still have a ways to go before you're ready to pose any real threat against Salem and her forces.
He's like a reverse
Though
Yoda.
Oscar can give me temporary control. He'll need to strengthen his body and his aura. Wait, what? He'll inherit my mind over time. Practice will expedite the process.
But if Crow's out looking for huntsmen, then who's going to teach us?
Well, I believe I was the headmaster of Beacon Academy. We have approximately 1 month before classes resume at Haven. If Salem were to plan an attack, it makes sense that it occur prior to students' return. It's not much time, but it's better than nothing. Just don't expect me to go easy on you. You've got to be kidding me.
Interesting.
Well, have them cut your bonds.
Cool.
Oh, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Ugh. Leave it off there. Yeah. Jesus.
Well, I mean, you knew she was going to get out.
No, well, she's able to use her glyphs without
Right.
without her sword. Yeah, I mean,
So, I mean, all she needs is just, she's summon a bigger one of those dudes, and I mean,
oh yeah, she's in hog heaven. She's good. But damn, dude. I was just in case y'all were. I was looking to see if there was like a post-credit scene or something like that. Sorry, but yeah. Damn, gotta say that was a good episode because we learned a lot about Ozpin. It does function like the Avatar, like how
Right.
you and me and Ben discussed. And from what we've seen, he actually, whenever he is under Oz's control, he actually gets Oz's experience and his ability and a lot of his abilities. But once again, Oscar's body is not up to peak physical condition, so it'll take time. It will take time to get him back up to where I'd say a long time before he's up to like Ozpin whenever he fought Cinder in the basement at Beacon. So, damn, there's just a lot going on here, and also Weiss Weiss finding out where she was, and plus I don't think Winter is back. I think Winter may still be back in Atlas, but there's also the possibility that she pulled the same thing that Weiss did. It's just she took a different route,
right?
And that she might be out in the world as well. Maybe Ironwood has taken like a splinter group out, and maybe she's part of it. I don't know. There's all sorts of different possibilities there, but honestly, I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. And okay, I actually saw this the other day. Barbara Dunkelman, the one who plays Yang, she actually posted a post on Twitter. It stated, just finished voice recording for Volume 5 of RWBY. Couldn't help myself from crying. You all will love this season. It's just like, well, that's awesome. That's gosh. And also we got sort of the butting of the heads of the different groups of the White Fang, each of them trying to gain the public favor. And I think someone's going to blab that Adam killed Sienna, and he'll still have like a good amount of support from a lot of the inner group of the White Fang, the splinter group, and also maybe some ones who are thinking about going to his side. But I think the public support will fall on the side of the Belladonnas, and that the Taurus group will be forced to leave Menagerie and go to Haven with the amount of people that they have, whereas the Belladonnas will stay in Menagerie. At least Bagheera will stay in Menagerie, and Blake and Sun will leave to go to Haven.
I think it's going to be the opposite. I think the Belladonnas and the true White Fang are going to get run out of Menagerie, and they're going to go defend Haven like Bagheera was talking about, because I think Adam's presence is going to be too strong.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
That's also a possibility as well.
I mean, and plus I want to see Bagheera and a bunch of Faunus go to Haven.
Oh, that'd be nuts.
And like throw down. Especially, I want to see a fight between Bagheera and Adam.
Do we know what Bagheera's semblance is? I don't think we do. We haven't.
Don't have a clue.
We haven't seen
him
fight much.
It's like, hey, you tried to impale. Well, no, you didn't try to impale my daughter. You pretty much almost killed my daughter.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be pissed. Bagheera's very protective of Blake, and And I think if he does see Adam again, he will try and kill him. Because, hey, tried to kill his daughter. I mean, you want a one-way express ticket on the bullet train to hell, you do something horrible to a caring father's daughter. That's, I mean...
Or I want to see the fight where Bagheera is like knocked out or out of commission, and then Blake's mom is the one that kills Adam.
Yeah, that would be fun as well. That would be very fun. But yeah, there's just so much here, man. And these characters that we're being introduced to and everything. And I think what's going to happen is that Weiss is going to escape, and that she's going to be on the lam from the bandits, and she's going to run into Yang. I think because Yang's on her way there, because she met up with that guy who knew about Summer and her group and everything. And I think that's how Weiss and Yang are actually going to get to Mistral.
Sure.
I think that's how they're going to get there, and I think that's how... I think Blake will be the last one to arrive. That's what I think, because for her, personally, she's got a lot more going on. Yeah, she has a lot more on her plate.
I mean, Menagerie's pretty far away.
Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering what's up with Eagle Tattoo Girl, because she's in the opening credits, so she's not just a bandit.
I think she's Summer Rosa's second in command, maybe.
Could be.
Because you saw how the guys stood up at attention whenever she was there.
Raven?
Yeah, Raven, thank you. Raven. Frick me with a 10-foot
pole.
Well,
that's what I'm wondering, though, if she's the second in command. We don't really know in what capacity that, because the Spring Maiden could actually be a bandit.
Maybe she...
So,
maybe she is the Spring Maiden.
What if it's like they're not holding her or keeping her? What if she's actually a bandit and is Raven's second in command, and they're just like, she's masquerading as a bandit, but she actually knows who she is?
That could definitely be a thing.
So I was wondering if she isn't the Spring Maiden.
She probably is. Because that's a very good possibility, because from what I understand, people who are around Raven long enough actually start to see her point of view on a lot of things, and they become like-minded to her cause.
Right.
I think that, and I think that's why Crow is so afraid of Ruby and Yang being around Raven so much, is because they're afraid that she will entice them and make them come over to her side and way of thinking. And I'm not saying that I know that Ruby and Yang are strong enough to resist that, but there are people who are so charismatic that they can convince you to do amazing things, especially if you're inexperienced in the world, in which Ruby and Yang are more experienced now because, Yang lost an arm and has had to recover from that, and Ruby has had to go through a massive amount of stuff just trying to get to Mistral from Beacon. So,
well, I mean, in this situation, you have to be charismatic or whatever. I mean, it's Yang's mom.
Well, yeah, there is that too. Well,
so it's like, for years she's always wanted to know who this person is for various reasons, and it's like, what? I mean, that can mess with a person.
Yeah, Yang is far more susceptible. I think it would be far more susceptible to corruption than Ruby, because it's her mother, and.
Well, I mean, even still, like Ruby, I mean, it's like this is the woman that her father first fell in love with. I mean, so it's like what?
Yeah,
so she's probably got her own questions. I mean,
of course,
but still Yang more so. But I mean, for their situation, she can be particularly dangerous.
Absolutely, 100%. And damn, dude, I just want to know more. I want to watch the next episode now, but hey, we gotta wait. It comes out Saturday.
I want some awesome reverse Yoda training montages, where instead of being like super old with a stick, he just became super young with a stick and training the new Padawans.
I could see like Jean like doing practicing sword slashes. Next thing you know, he comes over. He's like, "Ow!" Like knocks him on the head with a cane. He's like, "Not straight enough. Like you must try again."
What's the dude in the Kill Bill?
Oh, Pai Mei. Him sitting on top of the wood
like
the wood plank, just like conk conk conk, and when she stops, he actually smacks her on the head. I could see that. I'd like to see him sitting on a tree limb and just like, "All right, kids, that's enough for today. Thanks again, Oscar. Thank you again, Oscar. Wait, what? What? It just falls out of the tree."
When it's interesting because I'm glad they're addressing it because, people have pointed out that Ruby her hand to hand, without Crescent Rose, I mean Torchwood, beat her pretty easily.
Oh yeah.
But like with her speed semblance, like she could be so OP because that's like speedsters in comics. Like if the Flash really was as fast as they say the Flash is, like there wouldn't be like a comic to write.
No.
I mean they have to constantly like bring him down to actually make things, seem dramatic because if you're really that fast, it's like you're unstoppable. I mean,
well,
like literally if you could vibrate through matter. I mean,
there is a reason for some of the stuff that the Flash does, that if he goes so fast, he will actually merge with the Speed Force, and his existence would who he was would fade into nothing.
Right.
And
I mean, Ruby's not that fast, but still, she's pretty stinking fast.
No, I know, but like you said, speedsters have a distinct advantage because for one, their evasive ability is immense. It's just huge. What the amount of just crazy stuff that they're able to pull off just from speed alone. And if RWBY ups her hand-to-hand combat, like, I'd say if you want to train her in hand-to-hand combat, I'd say she'd have to do stuff that I'd say Ren would probably be the one to teach her good hand-to-hand, because I think Ren actually is, like, very well trained and very, very well versed in martial arts that actually don't require a lot of brute physical strength.
Sure.
Because you see, Nora is the exact opposite of that. Nora is, like, freakishly strong. She's freakishly strong, and she's capable of amazing things. RWBY, I think, is naturally more, I think if she uses her speed along with technique, she could be a very viable threat against a lot of different enemies. And there's a lot to see. I'm interested to see who actually will be able to be good at teaching her hand to hand. I think it'll be Ren, personally. And I think Nora's actually going to get a little bit jealous of that, and she's going to be like, "Hey, RWBY, how about you come train with me a little bit?" Like, she'll both be jealous that RWBY's only training with Ren, and she's also going to be jealous because Ren is now spending more time with RWBY than he does with Nora, and she's going to get jealous on both fronts. And I think there's going to be like a little bit of a big blow up, and I'm not gonna say all the shippers out there. I'm not saying it's gonna eventually come down to Ren saying, "But I've always cared about you," and that whole thing.
I mean, like, Ren and Nora have to be a thing now that we know more about their past.
I think so too. But they're holding off on that. They're pulling the Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask thing. It's gonna take them, I think, maybe another season or two before they finally admit to each other. It's just like, "I've always cared about you. I've always cared about you." Big old bear hug. He's like, "Hey, stop, please. Hey, ow." I think it'll eventually get there, but and I'm interested to see how the training goes. I wonder if they're going to do like an 80s training montage thing.
I think that'd be super cool.
I think knowing Rooster Teeth, they kind of have to some degree, because imagine them like doing like an Eye of the Tiger like rip-off song. It's like it's the eye of the raven, it's the thrill of the
I feel like during montage there's training, and then there's Crow drinking in bars with other huntsmen doing his sales pitch.
Yeah, I could see that. And he's getting a bunch of no's and maybe like a nod or so every now and again. And they eventually meet up at the end. It's like, he's like, "How'd your training go?" It's like, "Oh, it went well." And RWBY's like, "I learned how to punch." And then it's like, "How'd your search go?" And he pulls out a list. All the names are crossed off except for 2. They have like checks next to him. He's like, "Went all right."
Because I really want like the end fight at the end of the season be, Bagheera with the one true white fang that basically are amount to stragglers because Adam is, taken over.
Yeah.
Our heroes, and then Crow and like a drunk band of pirates basically that that moonlight as huntsmen when they're not drinking.
Well, they are in Mistral. Mistral is famous for its underground
right.
its underground scene and having like huntsmen, working in the underground.
He told them not to go to the lowest levels, and there's a reason why. And
I think it's because he knows he can last down there. He knows, and he's going to go down there and get like some of the scummiest fighters.
Yeah, he's got to go down there and outdrink them to get them to join his, pirate club.
I could actually see that. And he'll actually use his semblance of bad luck against them. Like he gets an arm, like he goes up against a big guy, like big brute Toughman, and like they get in an arm wrestling contest. And they're both like leaning against the table, and the table leg just so happens to break on that guy's side, so it tilts back, and Crow wins.
Right.
I think he'll use his bad luck semblance as a way to kind of gain the advantage over them, and entice them, and ultimately kind of crow them into pulling a crow and getting them to come to his side.
Oh yeah.
But I guess we'll just have to see if that all pans out. I'd love that. Also, in terms of your RWBY OC character, I actually came up with a pretty interesting backstory for your character. You have one mission in life, and that is to find your brother. And they ask why, and it's like, why do you want to find him? Because you miss him? No. You want to kill him? Maybe. It's like, why is that? He tried to kill me. Really? I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Oh gosh. But all right. We've rambled enough for one evening. Oh dang it. Stop that. Stop it. Oh gosh, why does this gotta be so difficult? There we go. Sorry about that. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode of Renegades React. This was RWBY, Volume 5, Chapter 3. If you want to see a link to the original video, it'll be down in the description down below. Also, if you want to see our various other endeavors, including our new VidMe account, where you hopefully you will see the full reaction on YouTube. But if you don't, it'll be on VidMe. It'll hopefully sometime be down on VidMe, and the link down below. So yeah, check that out. Also, our Discord and our Patreon. And I guess until next time, everybody, we will see you later. Peace out.